So this is my city that I have built so far. It's a really new small town. I'm designing it to look like a settlement. Later on I'll think about expanding it to look like a metropolitan city. Mainly because I don't have the high-rise buildings available yet. So I just expanded the city by adding new roads and zoning it so people can move in and increase my tax revenue. So let's look at my crime map. Oh, that place doesn't have water. There, now that should be covered. This is a custom map that I made. Now I'm just going to extend this district here to encompass more land. And let's see. Our school capacity is doing pretty good. Now we need a high school. High schools are pretty expensive. So I'm just going to expand it. Area. We're setting a high school somewhere. Let's see. Well, it goes that way. I was expecting to go the other way around. So this way does look better compared to the way the game plays it down. As entrance. Let's just zone in very around it. So you can fill in the gap. And of course make more money while at it. This is my southern area where we have in Park City where we have our logging industry. So first, of course, we need to make a transit connection so we give people an alternative to walking and driving there. Although walking would be nice, I don't think it's necessarily the best idea to get there. Because this area is pretty far. There we go. These are all not necessary. Select type. And of course, connect this system to the other system I have. So we help the farmers get to work too. And our little yellow bus for the agricultural district. And our little logging district as well. Well, bus line number 4. See what kind of vehicles they have. I want to just use the default bus that the game has. It gets irritating when you have all these unnecessary buses there. It's also expensive. It's pretty easy too. I prefer the frequent arrivals over the higher capacity most times, but in some cases the frequent arrivals will contribute to traffic. Therefore, I would choose higher capacity buses. But since I'm a small town right now, I probably will not need the high capacity just yet. Over here, we're going to expand the town. This little township we have here. It has everything, its own police station, its own school. Maybe getting its own high school would be nice too. Because other high school is like, honestly put it, really far away. I don't expect them to have to go all the way uptown just to go to high school. So it'd be much more convenient for them if we were to build a new one here. I'm sure they would all appreciate it too. Of course, city parks. It's in the waterway. The pipe looks like a trident. Well, this is a custom map I made by myself. It took a lot of time to make. I don't know, making a map could be really complex at times. Like having to put in every single tree was pretty tough. So just kind of kept clicking until I got all the trees down in place. And when I look back later, I found out that there was a brush tool. I could just put it all in masses. So you can see here I plopped in trees just like random. Then over here, that's where I found about the brush tool. So I used that. Yeah, I was playing around a little bit. When I was plopping all the trees, I was thinking there must be a better way to do this besides plopping it all in. If I were to plop in every single tree, it'd take forever. So there, we expanded our little town. I think it would look a lot nicer if we were to have a small little pathway here. Here. Yeah, that looks nicer. Our little high school. So here we have our next phase in next part of town coming up. If possible, I'd like to also get the oil thing set up later. It's going to take a lot of effort. And I would show you where the oil is at the bottom of the river. I was thinking that'd be a better thing because oil and how we have all those undersea oil stuff, all the undersea oil reserves. I was thinking that'd be an interesting thing, like actually building an island and using that to collect the resources. I thought that would be pretty cool. But also, I'm more focused on the forestry and our agriculture at the time. For now, I'm more focused on that. I really like the detail that they put into agriculture. It's pretty beautiful as well. It's one of my favorite ways to highlight it. One of my favorite sceneries I like to watch in the game too. Let me just make sure that they're all within the district so no factories pop up and start polluting. As well as from that, I get a lot of bonuses from our farming and forestry. But they use up more resources than usual industries. Like for example, the farming requires more water than the normal factories. But the upside of the farming is that they don't produce pollution. And it'll also help when it houses later. It'd be better to help the residents who just moved in because they're not that well educated. So therefore, this gives them a place to work. while offices can actually employ the educated residents. I like to distribute the workplaces out a little bit because it kind of spreads out the commuting. Maybe if I were just to connect this area, maybe this would help with traffic. Or I hope it will. Here's my little connection to the industrial district. The high school will develop a little bit more residences too. And of course we need to make our little water grid actually work. So there we have our farming. Anything we need. Yep. To expand that to keep everything in check. Make sure factories don't spawn, at least, because factories pollute too much. And here's my little railroad crossing with no train. That's gonna be fixed soon. Yeah. I'm trying to keep the sewage out of. I'm trying to experiment to see if I can keep the sewage out of the river. It just feels like the sewage would be really bad for a river. So I was kind of curious what happened if I were to place a drain pipe on land until I can actually get access to the sea tiles. Or get close to it, at least. That's what I was thinking about. So, well, I guess the factory products here might not be as sanitary as elsewhere because of the sewage water constantly going in and out of factories. Let me get my factory back up. Factory capacity has to. Factory capacity will fix itself. Because these work at. They're working at half capacity or something like that. We're not operating at full rate. We're operating at a reduced rate when they're flooded. Yeah, but they always go back to the normal operation after the flood. Maybe next time I probably will put the... Okay, I don't see how this could affect landfill operations. If the landfill basically stores garbage, I wonder how that would affect it. I really just don't care if it says landfill operations affected or anything. I wonder how it could affect landfill operations. How it could possibly affect it. Because it's basically a big garbage collection center. Over here I'm going to add another store. Yeah. But anyways, later I'm thinking of expanding this commuter rail line, or this rail line, and using it to operate commuter rail. But this thing is not connected to a region. Well, that's the first reason why. And over there, it doesn't go really doesn't go anywhere. Besides here. Which I would like to access a huge fertile crescent. It'd be really helpful in making my city. Okay. That's all the time I have for now. Thanks for watching.